AM 102.3 FM, where we will discuss Inland Empire issues, culture, and history. Carmel, what's on your mind today?
Well, can you hear me, Robert?
Can you hear me through my Santa mask?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's on my mind today is I just been real thankful over the weekend to see all the toy drives and to see all the giving. And I think this is the first year that I've seen as much giving as I've seen. And I just appreciated that. It just has showed my kids, it just showed everybody what the holiday is really about.
And a lot of giving.
A lot.
From the smallest levels to individuals giving to others to huge corporations helping out, like Microsoft for that boy who gave his money.
Yeah, the Xbox.
Yeah, that was incredible. I like those stories. Those are really cool.
And I think it was on I Love San Bernardino that one of the churches posted, hey, we have 100 extra presents. Anybody that needs them, come get some. So in my mind, I'm thinking every kid that needed a gift this year has been taken care of somehow, some way.
And there's lots of gift giveaways and things out there. And if you get on I Love San Bernardino, you can pull them up. And if you really need presents, or you have neighbors that need presents.
And people are giving away Christmas trees. Like Tina Lopez, she gave away her own Christmas tree that somebody gifted her. I just thought that's just so nice.
I did like this, what San Manuel did. They did the 12 days of Yahweh. And just to celebrate 12 different non-for-profits throughout San Bernardino.
Oh, I didn't see that.
So each day they went through their non-for-profits, and I'll give some examples. They had here we go. They had SBEA. They had Time for Change Foundation. Here we go. Let's see some more here. Well, anyways, I just wanted to say that they're doing an extra effort to try to show these organizations that are in our city and our county. So take the time and go check out the Days of Yahweh and the 12 Days of Yahweh, and it's almost the last 2 days. And check out those organizations.
And our friend Jason, he just had an event yesterday at the skate park, giving out presents and cleaning up.
Kicking butt and taking names for San Bernardino.
Yep.
And that's how skaters do it. They skate or die for the family of skaters that they help. And really, it's more than just the skaters, because they're helping their families too. And they, a skater, you think, oh, it's just a skateboarder. But yeah, that skater will stop and help a homeless person. They're good people.
Yep, skate or die.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
I grew up a skater. Pipeline, man, and we never wanted to cause problems. We just got in trouble because we were skating in the wrong spot most of the time,
Yeah.
So now they got a spot to go and hang.
Yep.
All the better. Now they're helping the community. What's next for the skate community? Obviously, Jason's got his own skateboard shop and everything. But,
yep.
Yeah. All right. What else? We had the Ho-Ho Parade happen, right?
Right. We had the Ho-Ho Parade.
3 days of the. Do I look like a nerd with this thing on? I don't know. My chin.
Well, you don't look like Santa Claus.
The kids are gonna know.
Yeah, I think they are.
Oh man. Shoot. Well, the whole parade went great. So I was at the last week I was at the Wildwood Park day where they had like Christmas in the park.
Oh yeah, I saw that at the Rosamaria's.
And wow, there was so many kids just going nuts, grabbing gifts and getting cheap hot dogs and tacos, and there was actually a lot of people from the community, and they're just having a good time and just helping. And actually, Riley Farm was there doing free horse rides with the what do they call that? The stage in the back, so all the kids could sit in the wagon and go around Wildwood Park. I had this flashback into when there was probably wagons riding right up that area up into Waterman Canyon to go logging or whatever. So it was really cool to see the horses and the wagons riding around there. And then also they had the community police. The police department was there. Who else are there? The Wildwood Neighborhood Association was the one that ran it all. And eventually the Ho-Ho Parade ended up stopping there. And had a good turnout. The kids were happy. That's what I want to see. I want to see them smiling and screaming. And
That's what I like about the skate park.
Yeah.
I just have to tell you, every time I drive by, it's just fun. That is the happiest place in San Bernardino.
That's what San Bernardino needs the most of. Fun.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah, good, clean fun. Just family fun. Just hanging out. And then when you can get free stuff for San Bernardino, they appreciate it. Now, sometimes I feel like people that have look down upon that. But let me tell you something. If somebody is going in every line to get toys, that still is not easy to do. And they may be giving those toys to other people. You don't even know what's going on in their life. So don't judge them because you've seen them in 2 lines getting toys at 2 different spots or whatever. Because one of the lines that we had, we ran out of toys. So what if you got one toy but the other kid didn't get one?
Well, you know, I was going to say that to me that's a good parent. If you don't have the money to make sure that your kid is happy on Christmas, and you go from line to line to line to line from day to day. You know, there's a lot of parents who aren't even getting out of bed to go get their kid a present, and they just don't care. Like, if you don't come to them, oh, well. But the ones that get up and show up, I mean, I commend them.
And there's nothing wrong with that. And I'll take it to the next level. If you have a family, you can come get food at the Home and Neighborly Services on Friday. It's okay to have a job and come get food. We don't judge you because you have a job.
So I could come?
Yes. Anyone who has hunger, and if you needed to get food for an elderly person, you could do that too. I mean, all you have to do is come in and sign, and that's the main point. Is like, I think some people hold back because they think, oh, that's for other people, but a lot of times we don't give away all the food. And you just missed out a chance you could feed your family. If it helps you one day not have to buy food, well, then maybe you can buy a present. So consider these food banks are for everybody. I mean, I see mostly families coming through there. And I like to see the kids smile, so I was like, go get a book. Like, because they have little books there and toys and things. So if you do need food, do not be shy. Come on into the Home and Neighborly Services every Friday, 10 to 12, and come say hello. We're over there on Mount Vernon and Union on the west side. And just come say hello. We'll sign you up and get you some food and get you out of there.
That's cool.
Little something for the community. Now, also, I went to a Native American gourd ornament making class for the San Bernardino Unified School District. And that was fun.
Oh, I thought of something, Robert, I wanted to tell you.
Well, we're gonna bring them in here to showcase their education program. It's pretty cool. But what did you want to?
When you said the school district, you know, I'm always just so upset by the San Bernardino City Unified School District, but I just have to say that the principal over there at the Juanita B. Jones Elementary School is the awesomest dude I've seen. Okay, he has 150 homeless kids attend his school out of the 400 kids that are there. And they open during the summer, and they open like during these Christmas vacations. But that guy, he goes out of his way. And then, you know, we donated presents, and we walked through every single classroom in there. And do you know, I was just so impressed by those kids' handwriting. Okay, by the neatness of it. I mean, my own kids can't write that nice. And I have to say that is one of the very few schools where I have seen the standard of excellence. And
they're making a difference. Huh?
They're making a difference. They're making a real big difference. And I've been through elementary schools in this city, and they're in, you know, good neighborhoods, and they're not like that school. So I just want to give thumbs up to the principal, Mr. Vasquez, or Ramon over there.
I did attend a not so holiday event. It was a little, but it was more of a benefit fashion show last Friday for a girl named Tokyo, and she passed away. And they were having this first annual fashion show at Cal State, and everything, you know, everyone came and did their stuff for free, and all the money went to a foundation. So I showed up and took 700 photographs and had the time of my life.
Robert is like Mr. Click Happy. 700, Robert.
Well, for me, it was like one of the most difficult shoots I've ever done in my life because there was lights everywhere and you couldn't keep the aperture correct, and there's no way to use autofocus. That's like impossible. So like for me, it was a challenge, and it felt good for me to have a challenge. Doing photography is fun, so that's why I stepped out of my element and had a great time, and it was a success.
Well, Robert, what do you do with those 700 photos? You don't post all 700.
Oh yeah, and by the way, I got banned from Facebook for 24 hours because I posted all
You posted 700
in one album.
Oh my!
And then I got the next album in, but just as I was trying to do Project Fighting Chance, which will be up soon, we'll talk about that in a second, they kicked me off, man. So I had to do a little I'm on a Facebook timeout for posting too many cool photographs.
Oh, wow.
I've never heard of that, Robert. Okay, that's
me,
unheard of.
Only me. Yeah. But Project Fighting Chance, I went and visited them too. Wow.
Yeah.
Those kids were having fun, and they were fighting.
Yeah.
What? You're supposed to be angry when you're fighting, right?
No, not those guys.
No, they were controlled, they were practicing, they were getting healthy. That was excellent. Now, if you need to find out about Project Fighting Chance, it's right over there off Union and Mount Vernon, right behind the Home of Neighborly Services, so right in the same area.
They moved from over at the base.
Yeah, they're right there behind in the buildings right next to the home. So that real old building with the mission tile roof, yeah, right there.
Okay.
You can't miss a building, 1920s, huge rock building.
Okay.
So I think they're open every day or every weekday 4 p.m. on. So I'm gonna do a few more visits over there. But I was like, wow, they have a full gym, and youngsters is getting in shape. So I was bullied a little bit when I was in elementary school. And when I finally fought, my dad taught me how to fight. When I finally hit the fat boy in the stomach, I did. I hit him right in the stomach, man. Guess what happened?
He left you alone.
Didn't even hurt him. But we became best friends. So you never know, you never know what's going to happen when you finally stand up to that bully, you know?
Yeah.
Isn't that really amazing that you can become friends with someone that was, but it just took that one punch, and what happened is they took me into the principal's office over at Riley, and we had to sit there next to each other, and until we started talking, we couldn't leave. So of course, for about a half hour, we sat there and pouted and didn't say nothing. Then I finally looked over and I'm like, this sucks. We could be at lunch, you know? We just started talking, and then we were friends, and we played marbles every day after that until they took the marbles away. Just a little story. So sometimes, like, learning things new out there, whether it's photography or boxing or whatever in your community, can lead to really positive other outcomes. So get out of your comfort zone. Go volunteer at that spot that you would like to volunteer, right? You volunteer at the women's club, right?
I love the women's club.
You love it. Now tell us what's going on over there.
Everything. Those ladies are great. They're movers and they're shakers, and they just do so many things. And I'm just inspired because most of them are 70 plus. A lot of them are 80 plus.
Wow.
A few of them are 90 plus.
Our real elders in the house, huh?
That club has been there 125 years. It's the oldest club.
Who's the youngest member? Are you?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. You heard me talking to the mayor about this, about history. I am the youngest guy in the historical society at the Native Sons. We need to. If we do not participate in these organizations, they'll just disappear. That's it. They lose their charters.
And then when I'm around there, these ladies, they teach me so many things. So it's so good for me. It's like I have 90 grandmothers, okay? Both of my grandmothers are dead, so I love it there, okay? But just to listen to them talk about their life or their life experiences or how things were or how things are, it helps me be better prepared for tomorrow.
And they've been through it all, too, especially with the city.
Those ladies are great. I love them all. That's all I can say. I love them all. And, I've been invited to a lot of organizations, and that's the only one I can say that I really love, okay? And I like to hang out there. I mean, I like other organizations, but that place, it just has my heart. That it's just a fit for me. That was just God knew what He was doing when He sent me there.
And I love your pictures. Keep going. Keep them posting. Make sure you post those on I Love San Bernardino too. I liked seeing those.
Okay.
Okay, here's another thing. If you go to my page, Robert Porter on I Love San Bernardino, it's pinned. You can go to the arrowhead picture that looks like there's rays of light coming out of it. Click on the picture and go to Past Preservers, the hosting company, the production company that looks for hosts and things like that. But they also do calendars and things like that. I'm trying to win some extra notice for the arrowhead. So if you go in there and like it, we might get in a calendar, or they might showcase it winning the contest.
That would be cool.
And I've entered before, but I didn't really promote it. So now this time we should promote it more, and I'm sure we can get the likes we need. And I've just been kind of like posting a picture, a story of the Legend of the Arrowhead under it each day, a different one. So we can see all the different legends, and maybe we'll get some more recognition, because this is a huge community and they're all over the world. And I actually did apply for another hosting position to go around and see archaeological sites around the world that are being forgotten or being destroyed. So
that would be cool.
I was like, that's right up my alley, man. Shoot. Even Robert Porter steps out of his comfort zone, right? So you could do it too. All right, Deborah, what's been going on over there in Yucaipa?
Oh, not much.
Not much?
Not much.
Okay.
I've been busy.
You've been busy, okay.
Yeah, I've been busy.
But you've still been doing your cosmetics and your rubs and stuff?
Yeah. I'm trying to put my room together, my facial room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about it.
I'm doing cannabis facials. Hopefully the first in this area.
Oh.
So yeah. So setting up the whole room.
Is marijuana legal in Yucaipa now, or is it?
Well, for patients, but Prop 64, there's nothing they can do after the first.
Can you
like
can you
the
give her a
like
facial?
Can
you give her a facial while we're on live?
No more live. We did that over in San Bernardino. I told Carmel I'll give her one privately.
No live. Don't do that to me, Robert.
No.
Green face with a Santa hat? I mean, this is going to be fun.
No, not fun, Robert. Not fun.
No, it's awesome. You got to start washing your face with, oils.
Mm-hmm.
No soaps, oils. And I just happen to prefer cannabis oil.
Well, my eyes, they hurt real bad. Yesterday I had to do a walkthrough because I'm selling a piece of property, and these people were smoking cigarettes.
Oh, I know.
And I'm telling you, I hate cigarette smoke. And I woke up this morning, I've been itching my eyes all day, man. I got allergies. I'm like, are you serious?
It's so toxic.
This is just, man, I'm walking around. I couldn't even get out of bed.
Well, since you're talking about smoke and buildings and stuff, like, there's a huge story about this queen this queen pin of cannabis that had like a warehouse next to the police station or something. What's that story?
More power to her.
Tell us what's going. Tell us the research you've gotten into on this, Carmel.
Well, I don't want to help the police out any.
We'll keep it low.
Okay, well, just the research I did, Robert, just to me seemed that this was very well thought out.
So what'd you get caught with? Like 3 buildings filled with weed, right?
18,000 pounds.
Oh.
25,000 or more plus plants. But I do have
ho, Merry Christmas for the.
What are they going to do with all that cannabis?
Well, they said they were going to burn it. I don't think they're going to burn it. I think they.
With all the cancer patients, that we can turn that into Rick Simpson.
I don't even think that they really took it.
Well,
because the day that they were there, they were like, "Oh, this is going to take us a few days." My office is around the corner from the police station.
Wait, how long did they own that building? Did they have enough time to be in full bud? Was it 3 months?
5.
Oh, they were 5. Okay,
5 of 17.
They were into their next
second.
Their second one.
Yeah.
Huh? So they'd already made money.
Right, but this is what it says, Robert. I mean, if charges are filed, no arrests have been made.
Yeah, big word right there.
If charges are filed, she faces a misdemeanor, jail time, and a fine at the state level. Police did say all the pot will go up in smoke. I don't believe that.
I believe it. It's not
like rolling it up. Yeah, they're like, it's gonna be Christmas for everybody.
I mean, seriously, we need to start.
You didn't watch.
I got it. Did you hear Jacob?
You didn't watch.
Say that again, Jacob.
They can roll it up and it'll go up in smoke.
That's what I was gonna say.
One way or
You didn't
another.
watch?
Yeah.
Was that it was Up in Smoke? Wasn't that the one where they like went inside the police station and got the evidence, and he was, we ran out.
Well, this is what they said. They said this huge operation is normally associated with the drug lord. Now, mind you, think about it. What if this wasn't a white girl? What would have happened?
They would have went in SWAT team.
Okay. What if it wasn't a white girl? Right? Let's just say that. Okay? It said, but this stash belonged to 43-year-old mom, Stephanie Smith of Pacific Palisades. Smith was making millions of dollars per month running the operation. Police said that they got a tip months ago that the pot grow was in operation in an empty building. Detectives were immediately suspicious that the supposedly empty building had an electric bill of $67,000.
Well,
Cold.
yeah, that's a little much.
But you know what? That building is 60,000 square feet. That building alone, it's at 660 North East Street, is 60,000 square feet. It's like 59,899.
It shouldn't be illegal anyways. They should have embraced it 4 years ago. We could have these all across the city, all clean with charcoal filters. You can't smell anything, just making money.
The police didn't. They only got a lucky tip for medicine.
Nobody knew. The neighbors didn't
No,
even
nobody knew. And here's the deal. That building has, across the way is a vacant field. Behind it is a vacant field. And there's no neighbor across the way because it's a parking lot. Okay, so who were they hurting? Quite honestly, all they did was go in and take care of the property. I mean, a property that's been vacant for years and years and years.
And it does make the police look a little bad because the stories keep saying that one of the things was right next to the station.
Well, it is. The police station is right across the street. So it's the Roy Hill C Education Center is across the street, and then like 2 buildings down is the entrance, the East Street entrance for the police station.
They were probably like, we got the perfect spot. No one will ever know.
And who's going to mess with you right there? You would think, I'm not going to mess with that. I mean, for that kind of operation, that was the perfect place to put it because the police, well, we don't know. This is San Bernardino, but they should have been able to be there in a minute and 20 seconds, okay?
What it should be is the mayor and the council should have went over there. This is great. How do we copy this template and make San Bernardino rich off tax dollars?
I think Edison would be grateful, that those people didn't go get solar panels.
I think they're starting to realize on the back end they could get sued for taking all this drug money.
Yeah, and just think that nobody's really
Look,
brought up that she could sue the city.
Look, let me tell you guys something. If that was 1 month of a bill of $67,000, the user utility tax in the city of San Bernardino would have been $5,192.50 out of that money. So what are we doing, people? Like we need the money. We come on. Baseline, go to Baseline and East Street. There's 4 street lights out. I turned them in yesterday.
Is that money legal?
Yeah, it's from the tax.
It's from the taxes. We pay it. We pay it at our house.
No, I'm just saying. No, but like it's being laundered from cannabis growing revenues that's federally illegal. So, like, is Edison? Are they? They can. You know what?
My $300 bill at my house gets the city $23.25 a month. Yeah, that's legal money. I mean, I guess what you're saying, Robert, is it or is it not? I mean, we could say all cannabis money's not legal, but banks are starting to accept it.
Exactly. So this should be the stage where the city says, "Hey, all right."
The tax collector, the BOE, the Board of Equalization, you can pay them your sales tax if you're a marijuana business through a checking account.
Yeah, they actually go around. Did they take away that from California though?
Well,
Board of Equalization?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
now it's another entity. They
Yeah.
broke off from the Board of Equalization, and they broke off into. I got a letter about it, and they broke off into another entity.
But you'll just send the tax dollars there instead.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Well, we have a cannabis
Expert.
committee member and Parks and Rec commissioner, much higher, right? Jacob Flores here today with us. Tell us a little bit about yourself, dude.
My name is Jacob Flores. My name is Jacob Flores. I'm the Parks and Recs Commissioner, Second Ward. Just trying to do better for my community.
I seen you at the skate park.
Yeah, I was there.
Yes, and that was a great event. Now, what else have you been involved with Parks and Rec?
We did a couple park cleanups, stuff like that.
I saw you posting yesterday pictures of Succumby Lake, and for the life of me, I couldn't figure out why. And I wanted to know, what were you doing there?
Oh, I was there feeding the ducks with my daughter.
Was it clean enough?
I'd take my niece to go feed the ducks there.
You know, I used to take my kids there until we started seeing dead ducks, and then my kids would get too sad.
We didn't see any dead ducks.
No dead ducks. All right.
I got pictures of them.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Well, other thing, if we don't utilize these lakes in our parks, other people do.
Yeah.
And so I like that. I like the vantage point of the drone. Going over the lake, because I can't get to that point. You know, you can get on the bridge there a little bit, but that's cool to see all that.
That was how you got that footage. That was a drone?
Yeah, it's a drone.
Oh.
So he's droning all these spots.
Right,
So
that's why I was like, what is Jacob doing at the park on
that's never been done really before.
Right, you're cool, Jacob.
Yeah, you're documenting. Then think about this: in 100 years, people will look at that footage.
What if they had that drone there during December 2nd when they were hiding out at the park?
Yeah, they would have got caught.
So you go around and you fly drones. You show off the parks.
Yeah.
I see you posting on I Love San Bernardino. Thank you very much. I love that.
You're welcome.
Now, you're Benito Barrios Commissioner.
Yes.
And how long?
2 years now.
2 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Going on 3.
That's a lot of work, dude. That's a lot of time to put into something.
Yeah.
And are they keeping the Parks and Rec Commission?
I believe so. I mean, there's just rumors going around, but I don't think anything is. There's just talk about breaking it up, but I'm not sure that they are.
So I did hear this is what's going to happen to the Historical Preservation Commission. They are going to combine it with the Planning Commission and dismiss all the historical commissioners and keep Nick Cataldo as an alternate on the Planning Commission for a little bit of history, which is better than nothing. But I was speaking to some of those people involved. They think that's a bunch of...
They're pissed.
You didn't have to beat me, but I did say it in my head. BC, blah, blah.
We're allowed to say those words, remember?
Our history is so important right here in San Bernardino. And you can't just take away the people that have the expertise in it.
Well, Robert, here's the problem. The mayor doesn't care about the history. The city manager doesn't know the history. And if anybody in this city really cared to display some history and to do San Bernardino right, they'd probably listen to Big Al, okay? And they would probably go over there and they would probably start tours of the McDonald's, the old McDonald's over there where Rory painted all the first things in San Bernardino.
That's great. It's a great story. Go in there and hear it from him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You would take the time to do those things. You would take the time to
You can
get
see
to
it right
know.
now. Go to YouTube, I Love San Bernardino TV, and look at the McDonald's mural. I already did it.
And he gives the story right there on YouTube?
Yep.
Oh.
It's I Love San Bernardino TV. Check it out.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's good. That's good stuff like that. So, like, do you think the mayor is just like? So when I mentioned it to him in the meeting when you were there, I said, hey, so if we get rid of it, could we try to bring it back in some capacity, maybe once or twice a year or something? And he didn't seem totally against that. But why would you do this in the first place? What's the point?
Because they don't want to let the community speak, because there's too many people now who are woke up. Okay, and even the commissioners. I mean, you saw what happened. Let's get on to the Cannabis Commission. You saw what happened. You saw who was on the commission. You saw who was put on the commission.
The Cannabis Committee.
And then you saw at the end how even the most, what would you call the people? The people who are most against it, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Were for it and didn't have any problems. I mean, let's just take Margaret Hill. Not that she was like, oh, yay, let's go cannabis. But she saw what what it was going to be used for and what it could do for the city. I'm just confused on why the mayor doesn't open his eyes.
I'm sorry. We had a little. We have a commercial. The birthday boy Jose is in the house.
Woo-hoo, Jose!
Hey, Jose, what are you doing, dude?
What's up, man?
Man, happy birthday, brother! I'm
man.
glad you're
Hi.
here.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah. Grab him a seat and pull up on the back. You come get a seat, man. And you sit
Give
right
me a
here.
seat.
So Jacob, tell us a little bit about that committee. Like, how did you feel? Did you feel like your input was taken into consideration?
Absolutely. I'd like to say first that it was an honor working with them, with the other members on the committee. Everybody was very professional and carried themselves well. But yes, I believe that my opinion was taken into consideration for sure.
And what I noticed is that they really hashed it out. They really
did.
looked at all the issues and came up with really good answers.
Yep.
They
At
did
first-
their homework.
Yeah, at first I thought it was going to be just total everybody against it and let's just, shut them down. But everybody seemed they opened up their minds and they did the research. And I think once they did that research, that really got their eyes really open to what was going on.
So on Wednesday, those recommendations will be offered to the city council for possible acceptance.
Yes.
So what they'll do is they'll accept your recommendations, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't really mean anything, right?
Well, I think that the council did it to get a voice from the community, because I know that they, me being with the Parks and Recs, I mean, I have a lot of contacts, around in the city and in touch with the community, and I believe that every member that was on that committee is in touch with their communities, and I spoke with a couple of the local leaders with the Miss Gubiabi Neighborhood Association, Lynn Ware, and got some input from her. So it's really an echo of the voice of the community, what our recommendations were.
What did Lynn Ware have to say?
That just she knew that it was coming, and it was better to regulate it and get the tax dollars from it, and she had a really good approach to it, just away from schools.
What about
so
the 45-day moratorium?
that was new. They just hit us with that at the end. I didn't know anything about
So
that.
no,
until-
you assume that no committee members were aware of that prior to that meeting.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think so.
I saw their faces, man.
They were,
I
they were
don't
all
think-
pretty surprised.
Yeah.
Do you think that lessens the value of your work by them doing something like that?
I think that they need to listen to the will of the community and the people and stop jerking around the issue and just get to it and do it right and be a leader in the community and as far as the other cities are concerned. And if we're doing it right in San Bernardino, then other cities will see what we're doing and they'll model their regulations off what we do.
And do you believe by not regulating, we can create just as many problems as not
Absolutely.
regulating it correctly?
Absolutely, because what if, I'm a cancer survivor, but what if, somebody has cancer and they want to medicate? Where would they go to go get it? An alley somewhere on the, the other...
No, the tree on D Street
Wait, I
with
thought,
the cross on it
I
on D and
thought
21st.
anybody can grow it, right?
It's better to go to a reputable facility where, the medicine's tested and, and under regulation that would happen and they would be able to get safe access.
And not anyone can grow it, team.
Exactly.
Oh my
I had
gosh.
a really hard time myself.
You'll end up with
killing
stringy,
six
wormy
plants.
mess.
I can't even grow a tomato, okay?
That's what I tell people. I like, how many of your friends grow cherry tomatoes for their salads? And that tells you how many people they'll plant. There's going to be thousands and thousands of murdered cannabis plants in the future coming up.
They will not be smoked, okay?
Right.
They'll make it like this tall, and then they'll lose interest in. But they are. If you give it just enough, make sure you plant it by your leaky water faucet. It will make it all on its own.
Genius.
I'm going to tell you, like, I tried when I was younger to grow a marijuana plant, okay? And I've always failed miserably, like, never even got it to root. And I just remember I had this friend of mine, and they lived over on F Street in San Bernardino. And one day they just threw their cannabis seeds outside, and a few months down the road we go, and this tree is like 6 feet tall. And nobody even knew, and nobody took care of it. I'm like, are you serious? I'm trying, and I can't even do this. Okay.
My dad would talk about 20-foot tall marijuana trees in Vietnam that were year-round.
Wow.
Never died.
Yeah, I've
they
heard
just
that
they would just bud every year in the year round. So these are weeds, right?
Maybe that's why they call it
yeah,
that.
Teach how to grow it for medicine.
But we do have a great environment to grow outside, so I hope they consider some of that stuff too. And you know, like it costs so much money to grow indoors. Like it's cost prohibitive to most people. It's like you're having to decide whether to buy chemicals or food or something. You know?
Well, then if Edison's turning you in for a higher electric bill too.
Yeah, that's true.
Come on.
Yep, and they're all
Wants
making
to-
money off the back end there. It's
Right.
they should give us the option of either or. If we want to do indoor, we can. If we want to do outdoor,
Well, I think that's the way the committee felt. You know, I just think Mayor Davis, I just think we just need to make sure that he is not reelected. I mean, he has not done a good job for the city. He's not been a voice for the city. He's not stood up for the city by no way, shape, or form. And
is someone
that's
running
my-
for mayor here?
I mean,
Who's
that's
running for
my
mayor?
argument. We all already know. Okay, I mean, my kids ask me, "What are you going to be for Halloween?" I'm the mayor of San Bernardino. Okay.
Well, I seen you sitting in the dais on our little logo, right? I seen your little face there, right?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Well,
I'm
speaking
just
of this,
saying.
we have a birthday boy here today. Then he came to talk about Lego Mania. Let me tell you. Now,
It's Lego Mania.
yes, I am so proud of him. He has found this niche market with your boys, right?
Yes.
All right. So tell us a little bit about it. You've been going out to Oakland, right?
We've been going out to Oakland. This past weekend, we went to the Orange Empire Train Museum out in Paris. And with my boys, we started that business where we sell little mini figures, and it's doing pretty good.
So, like, how did you come up with this idea?
My oldest boy, Steven, when he started college, he made up all kinds of excuses that he couldn't work because he was too busy with school. So we started his business up in the swap meet, and got the rest of the boys involved too, and they've all been making their money for quite a few years now with that.
So if someone wanted to make money selling at the swap meet, can you do that in San Bernardino?
Yes, you can. You can just go down to the business registration office. You get your business license, and you're able to go to the swap meet or any other events. You got to pull a license for whatever event you're going to be going to.
So you're saying you sell Legos?
Correct.
You know, I'm going to tell you, I was looking for my kid. My kid's like, "Oh, Mom, you could buy me some Legos for Christmas." And I went in today, and I was at Toys R Us, and I was looking at Legos, and they are $120.
Correct.
And some of them are $70, and some of them are $300. Now,
Legos?
I just never imagined Legos to be so expensive. Okay, I mean, do you buy them at wholesale,
They're the hot toy now.
or do you buy them
Wow.
and then build them and then sell them? Like, how does that work?
We buy them wholesale, but basically we specialize just in the mini figures.
Yeah, it's the
So a lot of
mini-
kids
Oh,
buy that
wow.
$300 box just to get the 1 or 2 little figures.
Oh.
We just deal with the
There's
little
an
mini
Indiana
figures.
Rob one.
We got an Indiana Rob one.
So you make them yourself?
No, we have to assemble them so that the way we sell them, we kind of put them out. I didn't know Robert was gonna put me on the spot with this today. Otherwise, I would have brought some to show off. But yeah, maybe I'll come back, in a few weeks
I
and
just wanted
I'll show them off.
I wanted
Okay.
San Bernardino
I'm interested
to
in this.
see that you can have. He has a full-time job and does what he does, but on the side, he's helping his family and his kids learn how to be a businessman.
Right.
And
I
they're
love
making
that.
money, right?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, I mean, it's been so successful. You've been going like every week, right?
Every weekend we're out there working.
And this is at Oakland Riley Farm, or which one?
Yeah, that was during the apple season, which was from Labor Day weekend to Black Friday weekend, which we'll do next year again. And then this past weekend we did Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Orange Empire Railway Museum. And over there we did Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and it was pretty successful. They had the train with Santa there, so kids were coming from all over just to go ride train with Santa and buying stuff off of us. So
Wow.
we did good.
So that is a niche market, right? Lego men.
I'm telling you, I couldn't believe how expensive.
So-
I'm looking at Legos
Wow.
like,
Do
wow.
your idea and get your kids involved and make your kids start a business. That's how you do
That's
it.
how
Yeah,
we
that's
did
what
it.
I tell my kid.
And then when they get rich, you can retire, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. They can pay for you. You know they're expensive, Jacob. Come on.
So you're the birthday boy. How old are you today?
I'm 21.
21. All right. All right. Well,
21.
What did Santa
I
got
got your
me?
present.
Give me.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy.
You're
Robert's
welcome.
my brother from another mother over here.
You can. This is my producer from I Love San Bernardino TV.
Yep.
Right. So he helps put together
Oh,
our
okay.
festivals
Wow.
and actually I just mentioned the mural from Rory's mural over at
Cool.
the McDonald's Museum that we did.
Awesome. And
So
we'll be
you
starting a
can
new
go.
season pretty soon.
Yeah, well, we can do anything we want too. So like that's the cool part. So we could do a bunch of non-for-profits or whatever. Or the new huge Lego store you start open.
We could do that too.
And
But
now, do you think it's a fad, the Legos?
Legos, it's just a growing thing right now. I mean, it's huge. They started off with the Lego movie a few years ago, then they did the Batman one, and they're not going to stop. So
It's the
our
movie-
business is going to
it-
keep
the movies,
getting bigger
right?
and bigger. Yes.
Like what Jurassic Park did
Correct.
for Legoland, and wow.
And Legos have been around since we were all
Yeah,
kids. They're
I
never
love
going anywhere.
Legos.
Oh, yeah.
Just
But I
give
mean,
me a
you used to
pile.
be able to buy a whole bucket for $4.99.
Right,
Okay,
right.
when I was in there and I was like, the
No,
cheapest
but you-
thing was
but you didn't want the
$69.99.
imitation ones that didn't fit. You could always buy. You could buy the imitation ones.
Mega
like,
Bloks.
Yeah, they wouldn't fit on your Lego. So those are the ones I always shot with a BB gun.
You're out of
Cool.
control, Robert. Out of control.
Rebel.
Not allowed to shoot BB guns in city limits anymore. But back in the day, my dad. That's what my dad would do with us. We'd set up all the army, man. He literally let us set them all up, like thousands. And we'd sit out there for hours and hours and hours and shoot those little guys.
Ah, that's funny.
The good old San Bernardino days, right?
Definitely.
So, what have you seen going on in the city that you like, Jose?
City, well, all the citizens out there doing their different, nonprofits. You got Blessing Angels, you got I Love San Bernardino. Everyone's
the
out there,
Blessing Angels.
Team Soul's out there doing great stuff
Yeah,
too.
Blessing Angels did that the train event and gave out a bunch of toys to the kids at the train
yes.
museum.
That was great this weekend. Unfortunately,
Santa
I wasn't able to
Fe
go out there because I was busy doing our thing. But they're out there doing great stuff. So
Wow, and Benita Rodriguez, Joseph Moya, and Brian Davison are doing a great job with that Blessing
Yes, they are.
Angels. And we're going to have them on soon, and the Home Enabling Services, so we can talk more about those non-for-profits. Now, Jacob, what good do you see in our city lately?
Well, I was at the park at Sikkim Lake the other day. I mean, it was just there was other families out there with their kids, and it was kind of cool seeing that. Like usually, it's like there's not that many families out there, enjoying our parks, and it was nice to see that. I was out there with my daughter, and I seen a couple other families out there, so it was good to see that.
What do I see good in San
Miss
Bernardino?
Mayor?
I see that the current mayor's term is almost over, and that a lot of the city council members are going to be up for re-election, man.
Even though he had to give himself an extra year, huh?
Well, here's the thing that ticks me about all that, is that they all got an extra year, and since they got an extra year and it was 5 instead of 4, then the mayor, even if he doesn't get reelected, which he's not, he gets his PERS. That extra year gave him full retirement benefits, so now we got to pay for it.
Oh, well.
So,
Politics.
and the park on 9th and E, I just have to say that has got to be the happiest place in San Bernardino. I see when I drive by every day. I'm going to tell you, it's Christmas time to me. It's,
skate or die.
and just if you drive by with your windows down, just the noise, you can hear the laughter, you can hear the skateboard wheels. It's just like, oh, things are alive.
that's so true. I drive by there every single morning, and it's pretty cool to see. At 7:30, 7 in the morning, there's people out there working out in the little exercise machines. Something that you never used to see in the city before, but it's cool. And skaters too, that early.
Even when I've seen homeless people there, okay, they pick up their trash, they stay out of the way, and they don't bother anybody.
If they would do that more, then we'd have more of a Venice atmosphere. Let's hope we can intermingle our community with our homeless populations that, I don't know about you all, but I've been seeing a tent on almost every vacant corner lately.
Robert, I see so many things, and
People need homes. It's just, there is not enough homes.
we have and we receive between $3.5 and $7.5 million, and we've received it for 99 years to take care of that population. And we failed miserably, and the money has been mismanaged
How
and
did we get you in
misspent.
charge of that, Carmel?
I was in charge until they decided to not have our commission, but they didn't decide to not have our commission for the same reason they decided everybody else's. They decided that a long time ago when a certain council member had dinner with me and Sandra Ibarra and wanted us to see it his way, and we didn't want to see it his way because we stand for truth and the right. And so from that day forward, it's been a downhill spiral. But I got all the information I need to know, and the new housing director and economic director is very cool, so I have more than enough information. And as long as I don't be quiet about the money that's there, the city cannot waste it.
We were looking for the good thing. How do we get on Carmel?
The park, because you guys start talking about the homeless people, and then I have to tell you, there's enough money. Like, God does not require these people to sleep outside and be hungry.
Because Carmel cares about our area.
I do.
He does.
I do.
Kicking butt and taking names.
I'm a San Bernardinian, a true-blooded San Bernardinian. I have 41 years, born and raised. I mean, the night I was born, somebody used our truck and robbed our house. That was my first. Here you go. Welcome to San Bernardino, kid.
Mine hasn't been all rosy, but let me tell you, I love San Bernardino.
Me too, Robert. Me too, man.
Okay, what is going good out there in the county, Deborah Coleman?
In Ukaipa.
Yeah, or wherever you've seen.
In
You
Ukaipa.
go to church out.
Oh, I go to church in Glendale.
Oh, Glendale. That's a little bit out of our county. What have you seen? You've been driving through the community. What have you seen? Anything positive? What have you
Oh,
seen?
lots of Christmas spirit. It seems to be a lot nicer, a lot more warm.
And we're not afraid
this
to say
year.
Christmas on here. We're
No-
not afraid
oh,
to say Happy
no.
Holidays. We're not afraid to say Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, Happy whatever you want, as long as you're
It's
happy.
cool. It's cool. Yeah, but it's it's nice to see people, saying hello when you walk down the street, and it's nice.
People are happy.
Yeah, we have a new performing arts center going in, so it should be nice. Yeah, lots of positive things.
All right, all right.
And in Fontana, we did this, me and the kids, we did this the other week. They have this Magic Lights Festival, and over at the Fontana Speedway, and you drive through, you don't get out of your car, it costs $17 a car if you buy your ticket at Riley's, and you drive through, and it takes you about 30, 35, 40 minutes, but you drive through the Speedway, and it's this whole lights show, and I thought it was
Wow.
really cool. My
I've
kids
never
really
heard
enjoyed
that.
it.
So that's what
It was
they
something
were
new.
canceling on that windy day. And
How fun.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It was
That's
cool.
awesome.
It was cool. I mean, they had the 12
Convertible.
days of Christmas.
It's actually
Sunroof.
better than clogging up a whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
Because, I feel bad for those people that live on those streets. And when those get clogged,
yeah.
they can't get out. And what if there's emergency there and even their house? They're stuck.
And then when you have little
Yeah.
kids, if you don't have a stroller, and then they want to whine because you're walking too. Man, it was great to not have to get out of your car.
You roll around.
And you got to just see everything. And everybody was happy when we left.
That is very positive. All right.
Yeah, I had something nice.
There you go. There you go.
Any more future events coming up now?
Well, cannabis facial soon to a neighborhood near you.
Wednesday we have the big city meeting where they're going to vote on a 45-day moratorium on cannabis.
But what if all the council members just said, "Hey, Mayor Davis, we're not playing your game."
Okay,
There you
well,
go.
Let's do. We have enough time. Let's count the votes. Do we have enough votes?
Virginia Marquez is a maybe.
Okay.
Benito's a yes.
Okay.
John's a yes because he's been taking cannabis money.
He wants tax money.
He's
All
been
right.
taking campaign contributions.
All right.
So he's a yes. Fred Charette, someone told me a little story about Fred Charette.
Oh, really?
About that. He tried to become a marijuana consultant and wanted a marijuana group to pay him, but they didn't want to pay him. Okay?
So that might be a yes vote.
Wow.
Okay, but he's the lapdog to Mayor Davis, so we're gonna call him a no vote.
Yeah, all right. We'll call him. No.
We're gonna call him a no vote, and then we're gonna call Henry. I think Henry will roll. I think Henry's ready to just go ahead and say okay, and then who do we have next? 6. I think best. I think if John and Henry vote yes, I think she's a yes, and then I think Mobile. Mobile. Sorry, my bad.
You're not supposed to call my nickname, man.
I just thought it was
Actually,
funny.
I didn't start calling him mud hole. It was somebody else. I promise you.
But I think he will go with the lapdog charrette. So I think that 3 might just go because they're, you know how it is.
So,
But I think we have 4.
But can the mayor can't.
He could veto.
He could veto 4.
But then that just sets him up to be taken out. And taken out hard.
I just think
because see,
I
if
think Marquez is going to vote against it just to agree with the mayor.
right, she will.
Wow.
But if let's just say this, John.
Does that equal a 45-day moratorium though? I mean, it looks. I don't see positive there. So, councilman, be there on Wednesday. We're not joking. We didn't count a yes. That's a no right there, team.
Yeah,
If you don't show up, you can't say anything for 45 days.
Yeah.
And then after that, they can do it up to 10 months.
So we'll be.
Which puts I mean, here's what's bad. It puts San Bernardino behind the freaking race again. In 2013, when we had this, I started this conversation. In 2013, we should have just did what needed to be done. Now we're in 2018, and we're still going to stall it out, man. How much time are we going to let, and how many other cities are going to come up, and how many other potholes are going to be
Wait a
fixed?
second. Is it possible that maybe they have skin in the game in another city or something?
Yeah.
I don't get this.
That doesn't make any sense, Robert.
It's not common sense. I'm hoping that they have common sense and they're just afraid of the mayor. It's
Well,
possible.
I'm hoping that anybody who wants to be reelected, that their constituents come out and voice their opinion, so that these people that vote no against the people's will, because the first ward brought the first ward's voice, definitely for sure, at the Cannabis Commission. Okay? The second ward, Jacob was there. Benito, we know he's a yes, because he's already voiced that. Okay? And then we have third ward, well, John Valdivia's, they were voiced. And the fourth, whose representative was Mr. Quayle? Fred?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the fourth ward was for it.
Yeah, Mr. Quill's a very intelligent, nice man.
Man, he's a stand-up gentleman. And who was 5? Who was the fifth ward person?
Was it Burks?
Was it Burks?
Burks or Damien Alexander, I believe.
He's 7.
No, it's
Damien's
Wilson.
7.
Fifth ward is.
Oh yeah, it was
Wilson.
Randy. Right, and Randy, by the end of the thing, even Randy stopped being a jerk. Okay, even Randy was like, let's just collect the dollars. And I've had conversations with the police department, and you know what they told me? We don't like bath salts and we don't like dope, but we don't care if you're smoking marijuana, because people on marijuana, all they do is sit on the couch and eat a bag of chips.
Okay, real quick. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jose. Ho, 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 ho.
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
I love San Bernardino. And we are
Out.
on the way. Get your kicks on.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and now 102.3 FM.
Look around your office. Is it time to change things up, start a new home office, or reorganize your professional office space? Visit Office Furniture Outlet in Corona, and you'll feel great. With a huge inventory of both